Hey tubers, Bart coming at you with a way overdue mail day. Got a whole bunch of stuff here to show off. First, I had an unexpected care package. Oh, I guess, yeah, care package from PSA. Got a random box. And you know, the timing for Valentine's Day was right there, and they sent a letter saying, just wanted to share a token of our appreciation for your continued support of the Set Registry program. Signed, the Set Registry team, hashtag Collectors Cares, which is Collectors Universe. And they sent that and a butter cookie with a Pat Mahomes Gold Prism Auto pictured on it. PSA 10, no less. That's wildly unexpected, but pretty cool. I don't know, I would love to be able to somehow like preserve this or whatever as a random hobby collectible. I've got like Christmas cards from, if anybody ever shops at Four Sharp Corners and stuff, 2 years in a row I got Christmas cards from them 1 year, or, you know, consecutively in both years. There was just tons of autographs and stuff on it of the people that work there and stuff. I just think that stuff's really cool. You know, in that instance, admit I was spending probably way too much on their website for Four Sharp Corners, but in this one, it's actually just putting effort in, and adding sets, building sets, correcting sets, being civil with them in the back and forth of getting cards added or whatever the case may be. So I just thought that was really cool. So shout out to PSA for doing that. And then, man, I got a bunch of cards to show off here. So, got some PSA at the end, but a giant stack of singles. And what that was the beginning of last week. I had a surgery, all went well and everything, but I was basically laying in the bed for the rest of the week, and idle hobby minds get to collecting on eBay. So thankfully I didn't succumb to my own mental pressure of buying big cards and things like that, because you just start searching all the things when you have that kind of time. But I kept it to smalls, and so we'll get after it here. Didn't realize I was missing this from last year, CJ Abrams for the Topps Living set. I'm still missing one overall from the whenever it started to now national set. Just because the Josh Bell, I guess, was a short print. I had like 1,300 something. And I don't feel like paying 20 bucks for that card. So we'll see. Hopefully I get a good deal on it. And we'll see if I ever just cave. Pick this up. This is a Panini sticker. And they advertised it, whoever the seller was, as kind of like Kaboom-like. And that was more of the headline than just straight up Panini sticker. So I guess my assumption was more that this was a full-size card-looking logo thing as opposed to a tiny sticker, but still dig it, still collect 49er-oriented things like that. This is from Topps Chrome, 21 out of 100. Picked up this sweet Trey Turner. I'm really conflicted with my Nationals this year. You know, my fanhood for the Nationals is not as deep as some of you guys for your teams, especially since they've only existed since 2005, right? And I haven't lived in the DC area since I graduated college, a couple years prior to that. So I know we won a World Series in 2019, but we're literally starting this season with a AAA roster. It's pretty embarrassing, and I'm struggling with it. It's not so much the roster itself, it's how we got here. Because you'll go years hoping you find a Bryce Harper in a draft, and then we get it, and he wins an MVP, and we don't keep him. And you think, man, we blew that. It's going to take us another 10 years to find somebody like that. We get Juan Soto, and he does all the things. Wins a batting title. All of it, right? And we don't keep him. So it's like, what am I holding on for? You know, because you need the players. Like, it's not just team. You need the players to kind of stick to it. I'm struggling right now with it. I am. Picked up some Leaf autos. I'm not big into these, but if you're a regular here, I'm big into matching autographs and things like that for display purposes. So I got the Dave Wilcox. This is a silver 1 out of 10. I got this pretty sweet Colonel Slick 1 out of 10 for Yelverton Abraham Tittle. So I thought that was neat. And then the real reason I picked any of them up is because this guy didn't sign anything besides Leaf as far as cards and stuff goes. You can get other random things, but not a whole lot. He, I don't know how many years ago he died now, but he hadn't been a lot. He didn't live through all of the heavy signing years, if that makes sense. So I finally just wanted to pick something up, and since it was black and white, I kind of needed a couple to go with it. So that's what I did there. And then I've been on a little game used kick. So picked up, obviously, for display purposes, I want a broad range of players. So not just, I don't want 20 Montanas, 20 Rices, and 10 Steve Youngs or something like that. I'm trying to get that broad range there. So something you can't get too often, Joe Perry. Still hard for me to believe that that's a game used, where the jersey's that bright red back then. I don't know, but that's an NT from 2012. Then I just got this Dwight Clark out of 99 from NT from 16. I got the Navarro Bowman, same year. This is the gold one though, which I hate trying to chase down matching variants just so I can get these letters and lines and stuff matching. But 2 color, which is too sweet to pass up for the Navarro Bowman. And then let's see, there's non-jersey one there, but I just thought a nice parallel out of T.O. from, what is that, Titanium? Yeah, 2001. That's premiere date out of 99. There's a couple more game used. Got the Steve Young from Upper Deck 2000 NFL Legends. And then got a matching John Brody. There is a Rice and a Montana that goes with that. I have a Rice graded, so I haven't necessarily convinced myself to get a raw one for display purposes, and then nobody's come down to reality for the Montana yet. So I'm not just gonna spend a bunch of money just for the sake of it. They're 99 Pacific Prism. I got a couple of these, but this was too nice to pass up for like $2, and I just always have liked that design, so pick that up. My first one of these. This type of refractor. I don't think it's embossed, but it is a uncommon refractor of 97 Finest. Hitman Tim McDonald. So I'll look to get some matching ones of that, because that was a good year for us as far as some high quality vets in the issues. 2 more game used here. Snagged these to get the variety of players that I was talking about. So I got a Ken Norton one, 2001 Upper Deck NFL Legends, so another NFL Legends run there, and then got a John Taylor. There's a Steve Young and Jerry Rice to go along with those. We'll see if we get them. I assume there's Montana, but I ain't seen one listed, and I didn't look at Beckett yet. Got this triple threads booklet. Got to get online and drop 15 bucks or something on the magnetic to go for it, but I'm pretty happy with this. It was not cheap. It wasn't stupid expensive, but it was not cheap. But out of 27, if you're looking for relative modern day in names, those are exactly the ones you're looking for there. So pretty cool. Kind of 2 different eras. Obviously, it's 2 quarterbacks, so maybe 2 eras on their own. But, one of my youth and one of my adulthood kind of thing as far as who was playing and what. So that's pretty cool. Happy to get that one. There's like one more that I used to have. I don't know why I sold it, but I need to get it back. There's a playbook out there. That's all I know for the Niners that I want to continue to pick up. Picked up this Ndamukong Suh raw, but actually found a PSA 9 for stupid cheap the other day. Cheaper than I could grade it myself. So he's an all-decade guy, 2010s. I mean, it'd be another 40 years or something if he ever made the Hall of Fame. But could pick up for the all-decade set. Don Russ, gold die cut out of 50, or out of 25, excuse me, from 2020 Panini. I just picked these up for all the players that I can find for reasonable deals. So I think this is probably the fourth one for this year that for this issue that I've gotten. So that's pretty cool. A couple more game used coming up. These are 04 Fleer Greats, Gloria of their time. There's the Steve Young, the Ronnie Lott, and the Joe Montana. These are pretty cool. I'm happy that these are, if you've got, you should look that set up if you're into those types of things. That is a relatively cheap game used jersey issue set. Another pickup for my Hoff rookie Crown Royale crowns. Got the Jonathan Ogden. Just got this for $5. I couldn't really say no, and it's actually in pretty good condition. The TO 96 SP. Game used to match the Rice. This one's in, the Rice is not in his Pro Bowl uniform like this one is, but King of Kings from Topps 2001. They have a Topps issue of these, and then Topps Chrome. The Topps Chrome ones also have a refractor version that's hand numbered on the back, which is kind of neat. But my Rice is a Topps, so I got the TO and a Topps. And a lot of these you could get, since it was Pro Bowl, you could get a blue one, a blue patch instead of the white, but I thought that would stand out a little too much if and when I put it on display. Another triple threads, just because this is our highest tackling season we've had yet. So I got the Patrick Willis out of 27 from 2012 triple threads. And then these are neat. Again, a very rare, basically these are damn near firsts, but it's very rare for me to get non-licensed stuff. I'm just not into it. But from Sport Kings 2020, found some game used stuff from players you're not going to find too often. So got the Steve Spurrier, and most people don't remember that he did play for us for a short stint, but Kevin Green almost threw me off with the two color and the black, but if you look at the corner of that number, you will get a black on white in certain spots. So thought that was neat. Oddly enough, I got two more of these that were supposed to show up. Actually had a different Spurrier and then found this two color and couldn't pass it up, so I ended up getting that one. And then found a two color Bryant Young. And for some reason, they were supposed to be delivered on the same day as a bunch of these others. eBay says they were delivered, and they were not. And they're not even from the same seller, which is extra bizarre for me. But I got everything else that was allegedly delivered that day. A whole lot of stuff. You know, sometimes you just get stuff and, you know, across 3-4 days, and they all just show up the same day through the mail system for whatever reason. That was the case on Monday, so I had a big old stack, but missing two things. I hope they show up, but I don't really know how to say, hey, for some reason you're reporting these things here, because the mail, USPS is not as good about that as you'd think as far as being accurate. Like, I will get notifications that things have been delivered on my phone, walk out front, and the mail hasn't shown up yet, and it doesn't show up for another 5 hours later that day. And then the opposite happens plenty. The mailman will show up at 10 a.m. or something. I'll get the mail already, and then well into the afternoon or early evening, I start getting notifications saying things are delivered, boom, 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 boom. So it's not 100% reliable there, and I don't know. So I'm probably gonna eat, I think one was 20 and one was 10, so I might eat $30 in losses there, but oh well. Here for the slabs as we start to finish up these piles, but I've always just liked this Billy Williams card for some reason. I don't know why. And then the fact that they have 2 Hall of Fame rookies that kind of match with him and the Santo, but the Santo is an all-star trophy, so that one gets displayed on a regular basis. But the Billy Williams I just thought was cool. He's got an all-star trophy in 62, which I already have, but I've always just liked this card, and so, you know, I watch the deals and stuff, but it's never been a high priority because he's not a high-end Hall of Famer, you know, not first ballot or anything like that, but found a nice 5. So picked that up, and the price was right. And let's see, a couple of these are just filling out some parts of the set. Elvin Bethea, 1970, and a PSA 8. And that's an all-time sack leaders guy as well. 1960 Ron Mix, and a PSA 7. This one's overpriced a lot of times, so when I got a steal of a deal on a 6, I just went with it instead of worrying about grades and stuff, because it is a good-looking card with a fresh Lighthouse label. So, Mel Renfro from 65 Philadelphia, PSA 6. 72 Topps Charlie Joyner. Money in the Bank on the centering on this one. Fresh Lighthouse label as well. And then it's Maryland and gold medallion. How am I going to say no to it? So 05 Ultra gold medallion, Sean Merriman rookie. And I actually went to high school with this guy too. I'm 2 years older than him, but pretty cool. And then he went to Maryland as well, so that was cool. And then last but not least, got an 05 SP Authentic Frank Gore signed patch. This was actually picked up before I was bedridden. I was just like, I'm going to win one of these back. I had one and sold it with a bunch of Gores to buy Hall of Famers probably 2 or so years ago. And I saw this sweet 3-color for a PSA 9. And I said, I'm getting that sucker, and I ended up winning the auction. So these are numbered out of $8.99, but obviously which patch you get is varies heavily. Some of them are only single color, some of them are dingy, and there's lots of, it comes from different types of jerseys for sure. Obviously out of $8.99, you're gonna get a bunch of jerseys that need to be cut up anyway, but some 3 colors is best you're gonna do, and I think some of them you're gonna get 4 colors if it's possible, but pretty cool nonetheless. So happy to add that Frank Gore. And that's a mail day at about 18 minutes, which is wild. But thanks for watching. A little lull in the sports scene right now, but my Terps did upset number 3 Purdue the other day, so that's good. I think we locked our position in unless we completely collapse into that tournament. So that's nice. And yeah, that's all I got for you. Until next time, later.